As technology evolves and improves constantly, unhappy attitudes of thousands of teens around the world become more common.
In today's age, people get very addicted to their technology, even though it's not truly making them happier. Too much screen usage can also cause an anxiety and depression disorder.
On average, a kid in between the ages of 14 and 17 spend about 7 hours per day on their phones, computers, or any other personal screen device. Although it may be a good source for streaming TV shows, perfect for playing video games, or a key asset for today's modern education, when does technology use turn into too much use?
It's when they don't make time for face-to-face communication with friends and family. Being with the ones you care about is real happiness. If people can't accept that, then we have to try to bring them back out of that fake happiness they spend inside their screens.
A San Diego State University study that took place in 2018 concluded that teenagers who spend the most of their day online instead of participating in sports or any other non-digital activity tend to be more stressed out and unhappy compared to the teens who do. In fact, the case concluded that after using screens for after the daily recommended time for 1 hour, unhappiness levels started to build up with more screen time usage, and that the teens who used their screens for less than an hour were the happiest.
Because of technology, more children nowadays are being shown too much inappropriate content at too young of an age. If that's not bad enough, it also affects how people treat each other online and in person. There are some people online that are ruthless and say whatever they want just because they get to hide behind a screen.
According to Psychology Today, teens will tend to act more impulsively with too much screen time, which can cause them to make bad decisions due to the lack of self-regulation. It also stated that on top of diminishing social skills, teens primarily feel unhappy because the overuse of screens can cause them to lack motivation. They start to depend on their screens and become anxious or depressed if their screen addiction isn't maintained.
Do you use screens during school? At the dinner table? When you're with friends? Or on a romantic date? When you're told to put them away, do you feel more irritable or sad?
If you do, you might have a problem. While the easiest thing to do to help fix your addiction with screens would be to just ignore it altogether, the case states that cutting off screen time is almost as bad as using screens for too long. So the best thing to do would be to keep it under an hour and not take it away completely. So put your screen down and take a walk, because I guarantee most of you have been in your devices all day. It's important that you don't let your screens corrupt you for the whole day, because that causes unneeded and unwanted stress that could lead to an anxiety or depression disorder.